7 out of 10. So to kind of sum up this video and say answer the question, is the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus still worth it in 2021? Well, this is literally what I'll just break it down to, and I'll just give you some pros right off the top of my head. The panel of this phone is still beautiful. It's still a really good panel. It's 1440p. The resolution is pretty much the same thing as like the S20s and the OnePlus 8 Pros. This panel is so good still, and I think it's definitely one of its biggest assets. You have a little bit of bezel on the top and bottom, but it's really not that much to complain about. You have Samsung DeX on this phone as well, which is really awesome. You have a pretty decent back-facing camera. It's not great, but it's definitely okay. Like I said, I rate it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. You have a, back glass. The premiumness of this phone is beautiful. USB Type-C, headphone jack, micro SD card slot support, and the list goes on. I mean, there's really, and the performance isn't even that bad either. I think the performance is actually more of a pro than a con, but there are a few cons that may rub some people off the wrong way. First of all, I think the fingerprint sensor is located in a really weird location up there right by the camera. They did fix it with the S9, but still, I don't know what they were thinking. It's just kind of a weird place to put it. The front camera of this thing isn't really great looking either. It gets the job done, but it's definitely not perfect by any means. And even in today's standards, even in that standard of that day and age, it's really not that great if I'm being honest. The software is probably the biggest problem of all of these things though. The software, is totally outdated. There's no custom ROM capability. I think it's getting security updates like I stated, but because the software is what it is, it really does hinder a lot of what this phone could be and what it could have been. Had it gotten One UI 2, I think that would have been really cool with the gesture-based design on this phone, but we don't have it, so we're already kind of outdated there. And you can't even custom ROM this thing. You can't root it for the most part unless you have the Exynos version, so you're already kind of outdated, and you're kind of stuck, like you can't really do much of this phone without those capabilities. You can still do a lot, don't get me wrong, but you're already outdated when it comes down to the features, so that does kind of suck. But I will tell you, with those things being said, I think this phone is still pretty good for the most part. Like if you can pick one up and if you just need a phone for like the next 6 months or so, this is still a really good phone. Now, if you want a good long-term phone, I think the Galaxy S10 is just the way to go, either the S10 or the S10e. Those are beautiful phones, and those are going to be getting software support for a pretty long time too, much longer than this thing. So that's a really good, alternative. And I don't really think there's a lot of other phones besides those two. So I'm also going to leave a Samsung Galaxy S10 and a Galaxy S10e link down in the description. You can get all these phones from there and help support the channel at the same time. But that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.